What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today's video is kind of like a little shout out for a special library that I picked up recently from Soundiron called Voices of Rapture. So first of all, I want to thank Soundiron for sending me this library because I was in desperate need for a bass voice because I was writing my Acapella track, All I Have, and because it's entirely voice based, I really needed a voice that could not only just sound nice and full, but actually reach those bottom notes that I just personally can't reach. So Craig from Soundiron was super kind. He sent me this library, and just to show you a bit of what it's about, it's a contact player voice library that features 4 soloists. There's a soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. So in my case, of course, I'm going to use the bass because I'm personally a tenor. And straight out of the box, the library itself is quite easy to use. They give us 3 different sustain options for different vowels. You have ahs, ohs, and oohs. So for the sake of this song, I actually used the oohs because a lot of my background passages in my harmonies were singing an ooh syllable. So it was, it fit in very well. So I basically did that here. But I'll show you what it sounds like in the first verse going into the second verse, and then I'll kind of solo up the bass so you can hear what it's doing.
I open my eyes to another day, inspired to pave the way. But sometimes I forget every word that you said, which allowed me to follow my dream.
And now the bass comes in.
You gave everything that I would need to make something of myself and succeed. Without you by my side, my conscience, my guide, I'd be lost flowing down the stream.
Okay, if I just solo this bass voice up, this is what it sounds like. Oh, I'll solo it here. Right, so basically you get the legato patches straight out of the box, which to me do the job that it's supposed to do very well. If I can just find it here, let's see. This should be somewhere here at the top. There we go. So you actually have a variety of different articulations. You have legato, you have different phrases, staccatos, sustains, vocal effects, but legato is obviously at the top. And then you also have the ensemble of them singing at the same time, which is really cool. But yeah, I went to the bass. I just pulled in the bass legato here. So yeah, that's basically how it sounds like with the bass. But if I take it out, you'll hear how empty it sounds. So
you gave everything that I would need.
And add it back in.
To make something
suddenly
of
the low end
myself
goes back in.
Succeed.
Take it out.
Without you by my side, my conscience, my guide, I'd be lost flowing down the stream.
So in a lot of my videos, I talk about the concept of mixing like live instruments in with mock-up, like virtual instruments. And as long as they're kind of in a similar family of instrument and kind of recorded in a similar space and treated in a similar way, then you can really get away with convincing results. So in the published version on YouTube, you'll kind of hear how the bass is kind of tucked into the mix underneath everything else. And the way I recorded this song in particular with the harmonies was you basically see I have like 4 top tracks. So I had 4 of the same top line. Okay, I kind of did 2 and 2 there, but if I go back to the beginning, let's see. See, I'm singing all the same note there, but each track is panned in a slightly different way. So the first 2 I've panned hard left and hard right, while the other 2 I've panned like 50% left and 50% to the right. So I was going for a very full and wide stereo sound, whereas when I use the bass in this library, you'll hear how right out of the box, it already sounds a little more polished and a little more professional. So there was already some treatment and polishing done to this vocal to make it sound a little bit more wide and polished, which is why I didn't need to like pull in 4 instances of his voice and then stack them all together and then layer them and pan them individually, because the one instance did enough. So when I sent them off to Dave, the mixing engineer, he processed these all together, but the bass voice was enough to basically carry it through and just support the low end. Just keep in mind, the lower you go, the less instruments you'll need because of the harmonic series, the way it works, right? So the lower you go, the more easy it is for the notes to kind of clump up and make everything feel congested and stuck together. Whereas when you go higher, the intervals can be a little bit closer together without the music feeling stuffy and close and all that. So this is just kind of to show that I couldn't have done this song without this library. So I want to thank Soundiron again. If you want me to go into a little bit more in depth of how I actually arranged this a cappella song in terms of the harmonic choices and how I layered everything together, please let me know, because I'd be happy to do that. But this video is just a little shout out for that library. So I want to give a thank you again to Soundiron for sending me the copy to check out. The other voices sound great as well, but for this song specifically, I need the bass because I'm just not a bass singer. So the lowest I can personally go is like, let's try this. Da 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 da. So that's a G. So my lowest comfortable is about a G below the C below middle C. So this bass can go to the bottom C. It can go up perfect fifth below me and very strong as well. And so, yeah, I just needed that because this song is in C major, so I needed that low C plenty of times in this. But anyway, thank you for watching. In case you are interested in the other libraries I use, I want to give you my sample library buyer's guide. It's absolutely free, but if you're interested, it basically details all the libraries that I use on a daily basis with like strings, brass, woodwinds, percussion, piano libraries, jazz libraries, ethnic libraries, and everything in between that I like to use on a daily basis for my personal productions. And you can see here in this mock-up, I've used quite a lot of orchestral instruments as well with like strings and all that. So a lot of these instruments are in that document, in that PDF if you're interested. So it's 100% free if you want to check that out. And I want to give it to you as a gift for watching this video. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one and take care, my friends. Bye-bye.